Hi, I'm Erin Elsner. I am 22 years old and from a small town called Medford. I graduated high school in 2019 at Medford Area Senior High and attended North Central Technical College shortly after. I had little to no idea what I wanted to do after high school. I knew I wanted to make a change, but didn't know what I wanted that change to be. When I got accepted to North Central Technical College, I decided I would go for agricultural business, as I assumed that would open up ideas and possibilities for myself, which it did. I got my associates in agricultural business in 2021 along with crop scouting certificate, AI certificate for dairy and beef, skid steer and tractor safety certificates, and then after that I decided to go back to school. Fast forward to 2022, I got another associate's in dairy science, an associate's in crop science, and my agronomy certificate. I couldn't imagine going another route after high school, and I'm forever blessed for all the opportunities college gave me. I am currently an agronomist for River Country Cooperative in Owen, Wisconsin. I started April of 2022 as an intern and got hired full-time in December of 2022, shortly after graduation. On top of this, I own and operate my own farm. I started my own farm during my senior year of high school and slowly grew it over the last few years. As a kid, my dream was to own and manage my own farm. And I know 8-year-old me would be going crazy knowing that this is what I am doing. 22-year-old me still goes crazy thinking this isn't a dream anymore. I currently own beef cattle, hogs, bunnies, poultry, hairless guinea pigs, along with your normal dogs and cats. As I look into my future, I see bigger things. Although I have my farm, 22-year-old me cannot wait to expand it. I am currently looking for land, and once I get the land, then a great big barn will go up, which is my dream now. Along with getting married, starting my own family, and then having my kids running around the farm with their own fair projects, I can almost guarantee the day that happens, I'll remind myself that this is why I work so hard, and everything will be perfect. I often catch myself hearing 8-year-old me cheering me on. On hard days, I remember why I do what I do. Although the hard days are hard, you can't just stop doing what you love, so you continue to do it. Having a farm, some of your best days happen on the farm, and so do the darkest, worst days. Being young, you often have people ask you what your 5 to 10 year plans are. What are mine? Farming full-time, no off-the-farm jobs, doing exactly what 8-year-old me is cheering me on to do. This isn't just a dream, it's my future. If there is something I know, it's this. I'll work so hard my dreams become my future. Growing up as a kid, I competitively showed beef cattle, swine, bunnies, and poultry at the national and state levels, all the way down to the county level. My dream as a kid was to one day own and operate my own farm. I just loved taking care of any and all animals. I enjoyed keeping their pens clean, their feed and water dishes full, and keeping that said animal clean too. And mostly, I enjoyed working and getting that said animal ready to show. I worked hard and long days with my livestock. Every early morning and late night was always worth it when it came to show day. I still competitively show, but not like I used to, as now running my own farm is a bigger priority. Sustainability. Sustainability to me means not only viability, protection, or equity, but also means hard work, maintaining a balance, and sacrifice. Owning and managing your own farm is hard. You give up so much to do what you love, and in the end, none of us would change that. We are strong alone, but stronger together as a community. Shortly after high school, I took a trip to Colorado for Farmers Union All-States Camp, where I had the opportunity to run for the National Youth Advisory Council. 6 spots and 60 individuals from multiple states. I decided to run because the future of agriculture is everything to me, and I knew I could be the change. I was one of the 6 individuals that got elected onto the board, and for the next year I traveled to many states, conventions, workshops, and so on and so forth. My 3 favorites were state convention in Wisconsin, where I gave a speech about my love for farmers and my dreams and goals. Another one of my favorites was going to Washington, D.C. and meeting so many members and getting involved in meetings, and ultimately just seeing how even though it's a city, there are so many people who support us farmers that you wouldn't even realize. Lastly, my all-time favorite was going to Georgia for the national convention. I gave the same speech I gave at state convention, and I never once thought that people would love my speech, but to have an audience stand up and clap was one of the most amazing feelings, and the amount of people I talked to after was amazing. And I was surprised with how much the older generation actually valued my concerns and opinions. It was an amazing year on the National Youth Advisory Council, and I was so happy my youth wanted and trusted me in showing the next generation that we need youth and farms. They are the next generation, and they will keep us going. For the last 3 years, I've been involved in doing clinics for 4-H clubs, clinics including beef, swine, poultry, and bunnies. All clinics are based on what they need help with or what they want to learn. I decided to do this when I realized I could make a change with these youth. They needed someone with experience, someone they looked up to, and someone that was once in their shoes. Ever since I started clinics, most of my spring, summer, and fall are booked every Saturday and Sunday. It started with just local 4-H clubs, but has expanded to 4-H clubs hours away, businesses reaching out to me to put clinics on, and I could continue to go on. It's crazy. It makes me proud of myself knowing I am helping these kids. On top of this, I also do one-on-one lessons with kids in their projects. Lessons are normally 1 to 2 times a week and focus on what the kid and animal need help with. Most of my clients are beef and swine kids, and I really enjoy helping them. I also clip animals and get them ready for the show, and normally that keeps me really busy, but it's something I enjoy doing for these kids. You're probably thinking by now that my life is crazy busy, but that's not even everything. I also sell most of my hogs, cattle, poultry, and bunnies for exhibition, which I love seeing my animals at finishing weight, at breeding age, and so on and so forth. So you'll catch me at any and all the shows I sell livestock to, which means I go to a lot of shows and fairs, but I couldn't imagine it any other way. My favorite part about raising livestock is going to these county fairs and the kids just being shocked that I actually came. And it's the best feeling in the world. These kids put so much time and energy into these projects that they deserve their breeder to be alongside of them on show day. I make sure these kids know that I'm always one call or text away if they need anything or have questions along the way. And that doesn't just go for kids who purchase from me, it goes to all of them. My goals include so many things, but I'll keep it brief and touch base on the most important ones. To just farm one day. This will allow for more time for these kids I help. It'll allow time to start and grow a family on a farm. Being young, money is definitely a problem. If I had all the money in the world, I'd only change one thing in my life, and that's not having a job off the farm. I absolutely love my job, but what I love the most is farming, and it plays a huge role in my life. It is my life. I plan to continue with my clinics and coaching and clipping services and expand them more and more every year. Another goal is getting my farm name out there. In the last few years, I have really grown, and I plan on continuing that. To love what you do every day is so worth it. What drives me to keep helping farmers? It's my love for the farming industry. We wouldn't be here without farms. We need to take care of each other, be here when we need each other, and educate others on farming. If farming was easy, everyone would do it. It takes strong and dedicated people to wake up every day and do what we do. I'll continue to fight for small and big farms as long as I can, because without them, what do we have left? I have seen myself go from a young, nervous female farmer to a strong, courageous female farmer. A farmer who doesn't just believe in herself, but all the farms around her. I want to see them all succeed. They deserve that. Success isn't seen overnight. It's not always visible. I look back in time, and 8-year-old me wouldn't believe where I am. That's success. That's me working my butt off. That's me fighting for the farming industry. Success isn't always measured the same. 22-year-old me is blessed to be a part of organizations that fight for us small and large farms. I will forever be grateful for that. Thank you.